Hey, what's up man, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, this channel is dedicated to bringing you the best tips and tricks to kill it in Gods of Boom. I'm also a Gods of Boom partner, so any new news and info about Gods of Boom will be available here before anywhere else. So hit that subscribe button and set up notifications so you don't miss out. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Heal'n'Run Brawl. Season 13 has just started on Gods of Boom and they've brought out the first battle case, which is for Mirage, and to win enough battle coins to get Mirage or to level it up to max, you have to crush it in Heal'n'Run. Now this is the first time that I've ever played the Heal'n'Run Brawl, but it has been out in previous seasons, so other people must have played it. But because of that, I was very surprised to see that no one knew how to do this brawl properly. So I'm going to share the various tips that I've picked up whilst being absolutely crushed on my first couple of games, and then I kind of got into the swing of things and found out just the most important things you need to do on this brawl. I also want to say that the two gameplays that are going to be shown in the background are not the first two gameplays, and they will not be the last. They show games where I feel like it went really well, but there were 10 times more games where it really didn't. Right, so here we go. Tip number one, and this is the most important tip, it's to work as a team. Now obviously it's going to be hard to do that if you're playing with absolute randoms, but there are still things that you can do to make sure that you're working as a team even if your team aren't. Okay, so if you're by yourself, what you need to do is you need to work as a team by running around with your teammates. Now on screen right now, I'm trying to find out where the closest teammate is and how many orbs they have. I've only got 4, so killing me is not really going to be worth much because you're only going to get 2. So I'm still going to just try and run around and get as many kills as I can. But once you've collected enough orbs to be a targeted player, then you need to stick with your team, because 2 or 3, 4 people on your team are going to be able to kill an approaching person a lot quicker than if you just do it one-on-one. But if you are working as a team, if you're running around doing this challenge as a 4, then obviously sticking together and targeting the same enemy at the same time is going to kill them quicker. You're going to also be able to pick up your dead teammates' orbs, just so that you can keep the orb count within your team very close. And as you can see here, we're all running around pretty much close together. We do have one guy that seems to be rushing by himself, but we all try to stick in a pack. Tip number 2 is don't rush. Really don't rush, especially by yourself. Especially by yourself if the other team is working as a team, because you'll just be handing out orbs like it's Christmas and you bought everyone gifts but they didn't buy you any. If you're rushing out there, you're going to be going against people that are working as a team or a group or just 2 people, and you're going to get killed and waste your orb. Just stick with your teammates, because they're going to be able to protect you, you can protect them, and you can work as a group, as a team, like tip 1. Tip number 3, and I learnt this after just messing around with the brawl and different specs, that the assault specification with the mark perk is absolute king in this brawl. So the perk that allows you to mark an enemy if you hit them with a consumable, which you're going to be doing, you're going to be throwing around those grenades like hell for leather. So you may as well stick a perk on that will help you when you're doing that. Now obviously if you're marking people, then your other teammates will be able to see them and kill them as well. So if you're working as a group and you're marking people as a group, you can kind of see where this is going. Tip number 4 is to protect the person with the most orbs on your team. If you're playing by yourself, you can still do this, because you can just run around with the guy with the most orbs. And obviously, if you kill the guy with the most orbs, you're going to take half of them. So you need to protect that dude. So there's a guy with 27 orbs on my team. So if they were to kill him, it would instantly switch the game from 41 to 15 straight around, so that the red team were winning. So you really need to protect the guy with the most orbs. Obviously, again, bringing into tip 1, if you're working as a team, then all 3 of you will be protecting the guy with the most orbs. But if you're working as a team, what I would do, slowly sliding into tip 5, is I would even out the orbs within your team, so that not one of you is orb heavy. So obviously you can't really do this with randoms, because you can't talk to randoms. But if you are playing as a group of friends, then what I would do is I would make sure that not one of you is holding more orbs than anyone else, just because if one of you were to get killed, then it doesn't really matter because you're all worth the same number of orbs. Now if you had someone on your team that has 27 orbs and the rest of you have 4, then obviously that one person is worth more than you are. So just to make the playing field even, you need to make sure that you all have the same number of orbs so that you're all worth the same. So the last tip here, tip number 6, is even if you're losing and it's coming down to the last minute, it just takes a couple of kills on high orb carriers to switch that game around. If you're on round 9 and you've been smashed for 8 rounds previously, don't give up. Just absolutely crush it in the last minute. Absolutely smash that person with the highest orbs, chase him down, and you'll switch that game around. Again, work as a team, and you'll be able to do that quite easily. So as a summary, probably no point saying number 1, which is work as a team, because you've heard me say it throughout the whole video. Tip number 2 is don't rush, really don't rush, because there is no point and you'll just be handing out orbs like Christmas presents. Number 3 is to use the assault specification, even if no one else on your team is doing it. If you're doing it, you're marking people for your team, and it's really going to help. Tip number 4, if you're playing by yourself, then protect the person with the most orbs. If you're working as a team, like if you've got your friends and you can talk to them on Discord or something like that, then I would make sure that you're sharing the orbs out evenly. Basically, just get a kill and then decide amongst yourselves who's going to pick up the orbs, because you don't have to. You can pick up other people's orbs and not just your own kills. I also want to say, and just add on to that, that even if your teammate dies, you can still pick up their orbs to make sure that the enemy team don't get them. So if you're all close together like a team again, then you'll be able to pick up your own team's orbs and make sure that the enemy team don't get them. And then the last one is, even if you're losing, do not give up. Just chase those people down, get those orbs, chuck those grenades, do what you can, and you'll win the match.
Winning is not guaranteed.
So those are my tips for winning in Heal'n'Run, and I will bring out other videos for other brawls as this season 13 carries on, and I hope that this helps you out in some way. Just work as a team and you'll get the battle coins that you need to open up Mirage, or you can save them for Firefly. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm saving up all of the battle coins that I get from Brawl and Run until the Firefly battle case comes out, and then I will be getting that bad boy. If you like that video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to come talk to me on Discord, there is a link down below. There are a couple of people in the Discord at the moment, so it is filling quite quickly. Come and talk to me, I'll talk to you, let's get chatting. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.